A very good afternoon to all of you. Today, the topic that I have taken up is vocational training in schools. And this is a very contemporary topic and the need of the hour also. So, just give you a few points on vocational training. Why is it required and what are the benefits and how it can be strengthened? Okay. Now, skill development in school education, considering, I'm talking in the Indian context. Of course, it's needed globally also, but I am limiting myself to the Indian context. Okay. So, in the Indian context, skill development is necessary from a very young age, and it should evolve according to the student's age, to create ideal employees in times to come. In the changing world scenario with regard to industry and the job market, there is now an overpowering need for skilled workers. And so that's the brief introduction that I have given. Now we come on to the body, 1 plus 1, you can divide them. And in the first one I've given that why is it needed. Now the first point is India is a young nation. So India is a relatively young nation. Why? Because nearly 28 million youth population is being added every year, and more than 50% of its population is below the age of 25, and more than 65% of the population are aged below 35. So if they are not skilled, what will their future be if they are unskilled? So how will they manage? We all very well know that hardly any jobs, and government jobs also are, limited. And you all know that if there is a post, 10 to 15 posts, lakhs of people apply for that. There's so much of competition, and it is very, very difficult to get jobs. So considering the future, if they remain unskilled, then what will their future be? So that is why it is the need of the hour. Firstly, India is a young nation, then it's the need of the hour. The next point that I have is education. Now, so with education, there should be employment enhancement. It's very, very important. Because today we see that, so many children now, all these universities are churning out these children with degrees. But to what avail? There are hardly any jobs, and sometimes it's heartbreaking to see, people who are highly qualified, but because they don't get the jobs that they deserve, they have to settle for something which is, maybe not what they had expected. Of course, dignity of labor should be taught to everybody, but at the same time, it's very, very difficult, to go about that you've been trained and you've taken degrees for something else, but then there are no jobs. And then because of that, sometimes the suicide rate also increases, because when they don't get jobs, there's frustration, then youth takes to crime, and they indulge in drugs and alcohol to escape from this harsh reality. So the scenario becomes very dismal. So if we have vocational training, the children have something to fall back on, so that they can begin with something, and they can be self-reliant. Okay. Then 90% employment needs vocational skills. So about 90% of employment, they require 90% of employment opportunities that are there, they require vocational skills. And only 20% of our graduates get employed. These are just figures to see that, what a dismal condition we are in. The rest do not get employed due to lack of employable skills, So proper training has to be given right from the beginning, so that by the time the child comes to that age, of picking up a job, the child is fully trained and has good skills to carry on, to get employed. Then the next point I have is globalization. In the present scenario of globalization, the demand for skilled and multi-skilled workers has increased. So, and all developing countries, and India also being one of them because it's still developing, there is a critical need for quality skill development and training. So that is why this is the need of the hour, that children need to be given vocational training. The next point that I have is students, low finances and academics. Okay, there can be, a set of students who are not able to cope with the main stream education, it could be due to low finances, that they don't have the, finances, or their economic condition is not so good that they can carry on or go in for further studies, which are very, very expensive. Or sometimes there are children who are not being able to cope with that high level of academics. So vocational training will come in very handy for these kind of children who will be able to sustain themselves, if they are given vocational training at the school level, so that when they pass out, at least they have the basic idea about it, and then slowly they can enhance and improve their skills. So it's very, very important. So as I said, students who are not able to cope with the mainstream education and due to either economic reasons or low academic graph, so vocational training will help them to lead a dignified life without being exploited or being vulnerable, because exploited, like when people don't have work and they're desperate to get any kind of job, then people sometimes, make use of these people and they exploit them. They'll make them do a lot of work, but they will not pay them accordingly. So that is exploitation. So if they are vocationally trained and skilled, they can fend for themselves, they can look after themselves, and they can be self-reliant. Okay. The next one I have, choices widened and interest I've written. Now vocational skills, they will increase, the choices that the children can choose from, and they will not be limited only to those typically traditional academic streams like medicine, engineering, accounts, MBA. So they can choose something else also, so vocation, there's so much to choose from if these skills are given in school, if this kind of vocational training is given in school. And it could be that some of the students, they are interested in them, so something that they will enjoy doing, something that they will love to pick up, and they, if supposing it's a hobby or it's a liking or their interest is there, and then they can, go on and enhance it further, and they can earn a lot of money. That can become their occupation. Okay, so it's very, very important. Then the next point I have, prepare and adapt to work conditions. So vocational skills, they will help the students or the children to prepare, then adapt themselves to real work situations. Otherwise, picture in school is very rosy, okay, studying, homework, playing. Of course, life is tedious for students, but at the same time, the reality of life, that they will face if they are given a choice to actually pick up these vocational skills and be trained. They will realize what work is, and how hard one has to work to achieve something. So that reality, they will be open to that reality. And at the same time, this kind of vocational training or skill that is given in schools, it will make it easy, it will ease the transition phase from being a student to being a professional. If they pick it up as an occupation, and so that phase transition from a student to a professional. Then the next one is backup plan. Okay, now these we have seen so many times that children they take up these streams, like medicine or medical, non-medical, and maybe it's pressure from the parents or pressure from the peers. My friend has taken this, so I also must take up this only. So sometimes in such conditions, what happens that you do take on those subjects, but then at the end of the year you realize, or mid-session you realize that it is very difficult for you to cope with it. So as a result, then you have to give up. You complete that year, or you can say that 1 year gets wasted. Of course not wasted, because some knowledge is of course picked up, but whatever said and done, a year gets wasted, and then you have to restart from the scratch. Okay, you have to restart from scratch. So in order to avoid such a situation, if there is vocational training given in schools and a child picks up something, you have a backup plan or something to fall back on, because that had maybe you are interested in it and you love to do it, so you have something that you will enjoy doing also. So you have a plan, that you are not and left high and dry. Now what will I do? Now what will I take? Now I have to do this, and sometimes there's humiliation and you feel bad about it, or you are miserable about it. So if this kind of vocational training is there and you have picked up something, then you can very well go into all that. Okay, the next one is revival and promotion of handicrafts. Now this is very, very important, because over the years you've seen how modernization and how our handicrafts and things, slowly slowly they are dying out. Okay, and nobody is interested, nobody wants to take on to those things. But if this vocational training is given to children, students, then they have a wide area to choose from, and they can do something in a very, very different manner, and something that they will enjoy, and then slowly they will pick it up and get trained and become employers themselves. For example, you have these cottage industries and handicrafts that are there, and these handicrafts, you all know, you have a wide variety in them. Like you could have under textiles, you have crochet, you have embroidery, okay, you have knitting, you have lace making, you have felt making, okay, then you have quilting, then tapestry, weaving. So all these things, and once you start, and then when you develop it, it can change, it can turn into a big industry kind of a thing. Then you have woodcraft, okay, then you have paper craft, you have pottery, you have jewelry. So all these things can really help a child and help the nation also. Then, and with these kind of these cottage industries, there is a reuse of waste material. Then of course there's creativity and skill that is improved and enhanced, and it can really work wonders for the creator. Then the main biggest thing is self-employment, self-employment also, and at the same time you become you can become an employer also, So and in the long run, if you'd see, this strengthens the economic growth, okay? And because all these small-scale industries, all these cottage industries, so to speak, they don't require a lot of investment, okay? So there's minimum investment, and all these are environment friendly, all these handicrafts like pottery making and all these jewelry and things like that, lace making, knitting, they are all environment friendly. So if all this is borne in mind, vocational training and skill can really work wonders, not only for the individual but also for the nation. Okay. Then we have the summing up, and you can give the suggestions. Okay. Now in the suggestions we have the first one that I've taken up is proper approach. So far, what has happened is in the Indian education system, it has adopted, or it used to carry on with a top-down approach. That things should be done at the top level and then slowly let it filter down to the smaller level or to the primary level. So actually, it should be the other way around. That they should first look into the lower half, the lowest section, and then from the primary level let it grow, to the middle school level, then from the middle school level to the secondary level. So as a result, by the time they reach the secondary level, they are quite good at whatever task that they choose to learn, and they want to carry it on or to make it a profession. So it should not be a top-down approach, but actually it should be the other way round. It should be the bottom-up approach. Then the next one that I have written over here is faculty and facility. So now if you're going to change the scenario, and if vocational training has to be included in the school curriculum, then naturally there has to be the faculty has to be there, people who can train them, and teach these children, because that's totally different from your, the academic section from the other teachers. So you need now people who will be able to teach the children about and train them. And facilities also should be provided. So the whole, setup has to be renovated, or it has to be rechanged. Okay. Then the next one I have over here is infrastructure. Now, infrastructure development is a must according to the changing scenario, because if you want to adopt this, then you do have to look into all the aspects, and the infrastructure also needs to be developed. Then it's highly, ironic. It has been stated, and statistics has said that 95% of India's labor force, they lack formal training. They just pick it up and they learn it, and maybe it's passed on from father to son and things like that. So they just learn it, but there has been no formal vocational skills. So this should be strengthened, and with vocational training, so that they have the basic knowledge about things, so that they can enhance their quality of work. Then the next one that I have is labor force should be trained, I've just said. Then employment. This will be a major factor in pushing up the employment, for people. So because the unemployed figure can be brought down with vocational skills by making the young generation self-employed, self-reliant. Okay. The next one that I have, BVOC, I've written over here. Now, this means, the last point, that, this has been thought about, but now they're trying to implement it. First in 2012 also, we did come to know that the UGC in 2012, it began with the BVOC, that means degree, that means Bachelor of Vocational, okay? Bachelor of Vocational Education. They have introduced, the UGC has introduced it, and if it is carried out in letter and spirit and actually, implemented, very enthusiastically and religiously and seriously, then of course a lot can be achieved. Then there could be, when after the children move out and they go to these, they've learned the basics of whatever skill that they have picked up, and then they go on to these, these training centers, So there, work integrated training can be a blessing, because in these places then a stipend is given to the people who are working. So it means earn while you learn. So they learn also, and they manage to pick up something, and they manage to make something, to manufacture something, to build something, and then they get a certain amount as a stipend, which will actually give them joy and give them satisfaction and give a purpose and meaning to their life. So at least everybody will be streamlined. So if everybody gets employment, if everybody gets the basic necessities of life, and they're able to sustain themselves, then if the individuals are happy, automatically the nation will be happy, because this will show a positive economic growth. So vocational skills or vocational training in schools is the need of the hour, and it must be implemented and executed in a proper systematic manner. So that's all, children. Thank you very much for watching and listening. God bless you all. Thank you.